What's up, millionaires in the making? Welcome back to another episode of the MITM Podcast, where we unlock success daily by journeying through the 6 pillars. I am your host, Tye Aarons, the founder of the MITM Club. And today, we're talking about why most people drift financially without even realizing it. Run my intro.
Caught up in them bright lights, lusting for shiny things that's golden. Everything ain't always what it seems, that it's soaking. Chasing my dreams, coming apart at my seams. Best believe that the money is the moment. All right.
Welcome back to another episode of the MITM Podcast. And most people drift financially without realizing it for 5 key reasons. Now, the first one is humans default to autopilot decision making. Most financial behavior happens in automatic mode, not deliberate planning. Behavioral economics show that daily money decisions are driven by habit loops, emotional cues, and environmental triggers, not conscious strategies. Like, people don't wake up and choose to drift. They just repeat unexamined defaults. For example, they may spend what's left, react to bills, avoid long-term thinking. Drift is the natural outcome of unmanaged autopilot. Like, if you were driving on the road, you're like, you know what? Let me just take my hands off for a second and see what happens. The car is going to start to drift. Or if you're driving and you think you're going in a certain direction, but you didn't check the maps and you took a wrong turn. Oh my gosh, the road still seemed like it was pretty straight, but you're going in the wrong direction, buddy. Now, the second thing, a reason why most people drift financially, is their financial systems are designed for consumption and not intention. The modern environment actively encourages spending and short-term gratification. Research in behavioral economics shows that default settings shape behavior more than personal intention. Auto renewals, frictionless payments, credit access, and marketing architecture nudge people towards spending unless they actively resist it. Now, drifting isn't laziness, it's environmental pressures. I teach a lot of folks, if you're going to have, ideally, you should want to have your finances on autopilot to a certain extent. This much automatically gets invested. This much automatically gets saved. This much automatically gets put into my spending account that I can kind of be free with. This way, you're not going to drift financially. But, we'll talk about that more another day. Now, lack of feedback delays consequences. Financial drift is quiet because money consequences are delayed. You don't feel overspending immediately the way you feel physical injury. The brain discounts future pain in favor of present comfort. This is called temporal discounting. People systematically undervalue future outcomes because the damage is slow, and this causes the drift to feel practically invisible. Now, identity gap creates avoidance. Many people carry unconscious money narratives. How many times have you heard people say, I'm bad with money? I'm sure you know 5 people. I'm bad with money. Or how many times have you heard finance is just stressful? So stressful. I don't want to think about it. What do you mean make a budget? That's stressful. That's too much for me. Or maybe you heard someone say, I'll fix it later. We'll deal with it later. I don't want to think about it now. Put it on my card. We'll think about it later. Psychological research shows identity threat triggers avoidance behaviors. When money feels tied to shame or fear, people disengage instead of correcting course. Drift becomes a coping mechanism instead of finding actual focus, really. Now, many people have no scoreboard, and not having a scoreboard equals no course correction. People rarely track their net worth, their savings rate, or spending categories, at least not consistently. Without these metrics, the brain can't calibrate behavior. In performance psychology, feedback loops are essential. When you remove the scoreboard and If you take away the point system, your performance starts to drift and your finances become guesswork. And this is something that is actually aligned with every aspect of your life. Like right now, I'm working at a gym and we had a scoreboard. How many meetings did you have this week with prospects? How many sales have you made so far? How close are you to another long-term client? And when you look at these different metrics, you can start to set yourself up for success. Or if you stop looking at these metrics, it's like you think you did a lot of work. You think you made a lot of calls today, but you only made 2 in the last 2 hours. You thought you made like 10, but you didn't. How can you actually track and make sure that you're on course? There's no scoreboard. And that's kind of something that a lot of us need in our lives. What are the key performance indicators that are making sure that you're on track, or at least that you're performing slightly above average? That's kind of what we want to make sure that the members at the MITM Club are doing. Now, financial drift happens when autopilot replaces intention, environment beats awareness, delay hides the consequences, identity blocks engagement, and your metrics disappear. Drifting is not failure, but it happens when systems are missing. So with that being said, I'd love to know how you guys are stopping yourselves from drifting financially. What are some things you struggled with? Leave it in the comments down below. And I will see you tomorrow. Peace.
Give them that creme de la creme whenever I spit that hot. Ain't no lose or draw when it's the only option. Till I'm balling like Stockton, I'm locked in. Researching the best stock tips. Gossip unless it makes a profit.